Welcome back to my YouTube channel, friends. Welcome back. It's good to be here again to reason with you on another topic. So welcome. So yes, I have a good one for you and you don't want to miss this topic. You don't want to miss this topic, friends. This topic entitles name, right? It's all about name, and so you don't want to miss what it is all about. So stick and stay. I'll be right back. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, friends. Welcome back again, and thanks for sticking and staying. Yes, so you're waiting on the topic. Here we go. The topic is, can name have an effect on a child? Can name have an effect on a child? And we will go right into it right now. yes. What a topic, eh? Yes. So, can name have an effect on a child? Yes, it can. It can have an effect on a child, right? It can have an effect on a child. And also, when we say have an effect on a child, you know, we are talking about the entire attitude and behavior of a child. And yes, it can have an effect because names do have meanings. Names do have meaning, and also knowing that your child will be among other children, and you know that we have this thing called also nickname, and you know nickname can turn out to be not good. and at times persons will give you nickname based on how you are, based on how you operate, right? So nickname also can have an effect or a lasting effect on an individual. Yes, nickname can have an effect on an individual, right? A lasting effect too, right? So names are very important. Now we are looking at naming your child, right? Naming your child, and many times you hear some names that persons will give their child. You really have to wonder what they were thinking. And names also can tell the type of parents also that one would have. It can tell their mental, it can tell how their thinking are, right? That's how far names can go, right? And so yes, that's what we are going to be looking at seriously about, giving names to your child, right? Apologize for the noise in the background. You know, my neighbor's little ones, you know, so so apologize for the noise in the background. All right, so yes, right? So names are very important, that parents, when you're naming your child, you need to look into the meaning of it, right? You need to look into the meaning of the name, right? The name bearing, you know, you have to look into the meaning of it. Sometimes name can bring you respect, and name can bring you disrespect, to get disrespect and to be mocked as well, right? So that's another seriousness of names as well, right? So and we are going to be looking at, you know, on you know, the Bible and about names, all right? But let me say this, have you ever, you know, stopped to think, oh, the word, all the words we use to, I mean, to define others, right, might have an effect, you know, how we treat them or how they feel about themselves. And it is very important to know these things, right? You know, names, you know, can have an effect on how we treat them, right? How we treat others, right? And how we make them feel in them, feel about, how we make them feel about themselves as well. And at times you heard persons will say they have changed their name because they are not feeling comfortable. So when they reach the age that they can go and change their names, they will change it because of what they would have gone through bearing that name, right? So a lot of person go through a lot based on their name that was given to them, right? And so when they reaches the age to change it, they will change it, right? They will change it to have a better outlook upon themselves, right? So that's how powerful and how serious names are, right? You know that a child is like sponge, right? They soak up, you know, what they would have heard about themselves, right? Let me repeat that. A child is like a sponge. They will soak up words that they would have, you know, what they would have heard about them, says what would have said about them, right? So a child will soak up what would have been said about them, right? Because they are like sponge, right? They are like sponge. And so if they are given a name and the name is a mockery name, right, and they go to school among, you know, other peers, you know, and listening to what they would have been saying about mocking their names, they will soak it up, right? And that will cause them internal damage and how they look on themselves, right? That will break down their confidence, right? And so when you see, you know, your child maybe operate in a downful way and all these things, sometimes we have to check and ask questions, right? Because at times they are being mocked about their names, right? So so you know, they picked up everything, right? They picked up each and every word, right, that would have been thrown at them, right? So that is very serious, right? Because they would be being described by the name that would have been given to them, right? So kids go through that, and they you know, so parents have to be very careful of how they would go about naming their child, right? Name your child with meaning that will uplift them, right? Name your child with meaning that will uplift them and that will carry them, you know, through, you know, with their heads up high and with respect, you know. So you know, you just can't get up so and just find out a name out of the blues and just throw it at the child. No, it must be properly researched and you know, and have a proper meaning and sound, right, so that the child can gain respect. It is very serious, you know what I mean. Now we are going to look at All right, so the Bible says in Proverbs 22 verse 6, train up a child in the way, he should go, right? That when he's old, he will not depart from the way you would have trained the child, right? That entails in everything, right? Everything, even names, the names that you would give the child, right? For the child to live up towards, right? Because if the child's name have a very powerful meaning and a very hopeful meaning, you can steer the child to live by his or her name, right? Help the child to be confident and proud about the name that was given, right? And so they can be proud about themselves and walk upright and live up to their names, right? I even heard names cockroach and some insect names and animal names. You wonder what the hell these parents were thinking about. You know what I mean? And so the child would go through his or her school days and would gone through a lot, right? I know a lot person can testify about name calling because of their name. So many mockery can make out of one name because of the way how it sounds, right? And what it associate with. So it is very serious. It is very serious when we are giving names to our child, So, all right, the truck is passing. All right, yeah. So noise is very active in my video today. All right, so all right, so all right. Even in the Bible, when you read in Genesis 17, verse 1 to 6, right? It tells you about Abraham, right? It tells you about the meaning of his name and because of his relationship with God, right? To a different level, God changed his name to suit and to fit his character and to fit his relationship with God. So God changed it from Abraham to Abraham, right? From Abram to Abraham, right? God changed it from Abram to Abraham. And so we see that names are very important. It can match his character of the person and the person's attitude and behavior and so. We can look at even Jacob in Genesis 32 verse 28 also, right? The relationship that Jacob have with God, he wrestled with God, to have a close relationship with God. And so his name goes on to change from Jacob to Israel, right? And so we see, and many more as well. There are many more, right? So that goes to tell you how important names are, right? Very important. And yes, it can have an effect and can have a lasting effect on you, the individual, as well. So I implore parents, when naming your child, ensure that it has good and uplifting meaning that can uplift your child, both spiritually and both physically, because it can have lasting effects on them. I leave it right here, and I hope that you enjoy this little reasoning. So please feel free to share and comment, and remember to subscribe also, and just help me to uplift and encourage others. All right, and that's what we are all about. So don't be afraid to share my videos, and also comment, man, reason with me and what you think, or share your experience about your name while when you were going to school, or share what you would know about someone also having a bad experience with names and so on. So yes, I leave it here again, friends, and so we hope that you enjoy this little reasoning. All right, so see you and catch you next time, right, with another good reasoning. Keep it breezy.